Can you feel it? Can you feel the shift? It's time to be whole again. It's time for you to take back control of your everyday life. Hello everyone, I am Michael and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. We're back out on the front line and oh baby, can you feel the energy? You know, I just had one of the best days that I've had in a long time. And I know that a lot of people are feeling this shift. And the shift is a major shift. A shift from a life of obligation to a life of creation. You might have gone about your journey and you are actually living your life not in true authenticity. And you weren't actually creating. You were following a program. And 95% of the day, we run off these subconscious programs. But the more that we let go, the more that we actually listen to ourselves instead of other people, instead of listening to the mainstream media, we start listening to our heart and we start listening to our gut. I'm out here tonight in the light of Christ, enjoying this beautiful sunset. And I actually had a tremendous day at the beach and having new experiences that I haven't had in a very long time. You know, sometimes you could have certain experiences and then it has a different spin on it, if you will. And you say, you know what? It's the same type of day. It's the same type of situation, all right? But different energies, different people, different locations. It could be very similar, but you could feel it in the ether. It's totally different. A lot of you are waking up to different timelines, and maybe this resonates with you. And it's almost like we're in a parallel world. We're in a different world where we could fly high like the birds in the sky. There they are. I like to work with nature, all right? Give me a break. You gotta have fun, and you're gonna have to just go with it. You're gonna have to go with the flow. You know, on our journey, we wanna build very strong routines and rituals. And we follow these routines and rituals. They're gonna make you successful. But every once in a while, you're gonna have to do something that goes against the grain, okay? And I'm a big believer in routines and rituals. And my success is because of the routines and rituals that I have implemented and I followed it through with discipline. A lot of people in the modern society, they don't have discipline. You know, we're entering an age of energy. We're entering an age of spirituality. And we want to enter this age on the right foot. We want to do it the right way. We want to do it the proper way. But in the world right now, everything has been infiltrated. All right? So you can look at failing systems. You can see these systems failing right before your very eyes. Well, you know what? We knew that this age of Aquarius, this age of authenticity, the age of spirituality, the age of creatorship, it was coming. And, you know, there has been a lot of deception moving forward in this age. And what we have to do is we're going to have to go within. So I'm out here to tell you, no one's going to improve your everyday life but yourself, okay? And those that have been on the journey with me, they see this. You need to show up every day. You need to start listening to yourself. There's no magical pill that's going to get you in shape. There's no spiritual guru that's going to fix your life. You're going to have to get up off the mat and you're going to have to unfuck your life. And that's what I did on my journey. On my journey, I never bowed down. I found the balance. I found the balance of discipline, showing up every day, doing daily things, and I found the balance of taking that and then incorporating, you know, throwing a monkey wrench into my daily life, doing something different. You're going to have to do this. How do I do it, Uncle Mike? Oh, I'll tell you, Light Warrior. You're going to have to feel the intuition. You're going to have to feel the vibrations. You might have a plan. A lot of people, including myself, you had a plan. Oh, I got a 5-year plan. You could take that plan, you could crumple it up, and you could shove it you know where. This earth, this reality is changing like never before. And it's a good thing. But the more that we let go, Okay, I let go of so many things. I never bowed down to systems. I never bowed down to narcissists. I never bowed down to anyone. I only bowed down to God. I had the inexhaustible belief in myself, and I moved forward day after day, wave after wave, wave after wave, slowly drifting. And I drifted away. And I drifted away onto a brand new timeline, into a brand new reality. And I'm out here to teach each and every one of you this motto: keep going. Write it in the comments. Keep going. That's all I did. And sometimes you're going to have to keep going, and you're going to have to listen to your intuition. You got to get your clairs up, kid. You know, in the gym, we say you got to get your weight up. You're going to have to get your clairs up. Yeah, let's get our men to be alert. A lot of men, they fell for the Jezebel spirit. A lot of people living in the United States, you know the modern woman. You know the Jezebel spirit. A lot of the divine feminine have been suppressed. We have to clear the way. We're going to have to bulldoze the way. On my journey, I bulldozed the way. I did it because I simply believed in myself. I never bowed down to anyone. No system. I only bow down to God. And when you sit at the right hand of the Father, you move forward and you create something. I had a vision in my mind, okay? And I shared this before. I used to dream about the palm trees, Light Warriors. I said, one day I'm going to live with the palm trees. I'm going to live on the beach. I'm going to enjoy beautiful sunsets. And now I'm living it. In the now moment, we are experiencing an exponential shift. It's time to manifest the rest of your life. We're all doing this in different stages and waves. If you do something one time, you could do it all the time. You just need that evidence. And the most important thing that you need to do is do it that one time. Once you have real life evidence, once you say, you know what, this can be done. All right? I had a vision in my life. Okay? I had it since I was a child. I stayed focused. What did I stay focused on? I stayed focused on being a superhero, and I stayed focused on living in paradise. And now I can walk this earth as a superhero, living in paradise, improving the lives of millions of people. Would you kindly click the subscribe button? I appreciate that so much. We're out in the light of Christ. Okay, your Uncle Mike appreciates if you hit that subscribe button, all right? You got to stay motivated. You got to stay focused. Okay, you got to start listening to this guy. You got to listen to your gut and get out of that brain. Get out of that brain, kid. You got a lot of stuff in that brain. It's going to send you the wrong way. All right, you got to start staying focused. Start creating your life. Stop bowing down to systems. Okay, we're leaving that world. Stop worrying about the paper. Stop worrying about. Start listening to your sacred heart. Okay, it lasts the test of time. All right, we want to be free. We want to be soaring, and we're going to be soaring, and we're going to be flying like never before. There they are, right? You can see them coming. The whole army's coming. We're flying. We're getting up. Smash the like button. If you're getting inspired, we're going to get up, and we're going to go, and we're going to go right now. And we're going to do this with love and authenticity. A lot of my brothers and sisters, you might have went through a very difficult time in the past few years. Guess what? I went through that myself. We all did. We went through a great shift. God works with compare and contrast. So you're going to have people, things, and situations. Why did I have this situation? This is a piece of trash, God. Why'd you give me trash? Oh, because son, because daughter. You got to learn through compare and contrast, because when that person, when that situation, when that opportunity comes, you're not going to flinch, okay? You got to feel the energy, and then you move forward. Well, on my journey, I listened to myself, and I've never been wrong, okay? On my journey, I've made mistakes. You might have made, and people are going to resonate with this, okay? Anytime I made a mistake, because I'm spiritually in tuned, it was because I listened to words, I listened to morons, and I didn't listen to my guts. Got to get your gut up right, kid. We're going to get the gut health. It's going to be on this channel. Take the journey. We're going to get you on point. The gut health is so important. Get that microbiome, kid. Okay, let us know in the comments. What do you want to learn in the biggest year of our everyday lives? You could write that in the comments as well. This is the biggest year of our everyday lives. We gotta live it. We gotta breathe it. We gotta feel it. We gotta love it, baby. We're gonna love it every single day. We're gonna let that Holy Spirit fire blaze. We're gonna let the light of Christ shine through. and we're going to have the inexhaustible belief in ourselves. Stop worrying. Stop living your life. Stop living somebody else's life. Start living your life, okay? It's going to make you feel terrible. The more that you're out of alignment in these new energies, you're going to feel it more and more, all right? This is the time period. You could feel it. Those that have taken the journey with me, you know it. You could feel it. It's time. It's time to shine like never before. You have to have the guts. Have the guts. It takes a lot of guts, light warriors, because I'm telling you, it's real easy. It's real easy to keep that job that you're comfortable with, that relationship that you're comfortable with. It's easy. It's hard to break free. It's hard to be your own man. It's hard to be your own woman. Start living your life and put out to the world what you're attracting. This is a very powerful month. This is a time. This is a year. Oh, this is the year it all ends, baby. 999. It's over, kid. And I'm out here to put an end to it. We're going to put an end to it today. There's no more lack. There's no more limitation. You might have lived your life, and maybe you never had wealth. Maybe you lived your life, you never had love. You never really met that person that you really connected with. It's time for you to connect with people. It's time to connect with your energy, your currency, the finances that you never had. I grew up in Brooklyn. I heard many stories from many different people. Earlier on my journey, I was a public school science teacher, and I heard the stories of parents, and I heard the stories of children. And growing up in all the different people at the park, playing handball, at the gym. This is how you do true ascension. You're going to have to take the pulse of society, and that's what I do. I came here to lead because leaders lead, okay? We don't crawl up in a ball. We stand with our feet planted firmly. We might stumble on the way. We might be terrified. We might be like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. I was like Dorothy, but somehow my life, it worked out. And the only reason why it worked out, there's two reasons why. Because I had faith in God, and I had the inexhaustible belief in myself. A lot of people lack the latter because it's easy. And a lot of people treat God like a genie in a bottle. You got to rub me the right. They treat him like genie in a bottle, okay? But what I do that makes me the best there is, I sit, I analyze, I talk to God, I even wrestle with God. And I survived it all to tell the tale. It's time to rise up. It's time for the light warriors to rise up. You came here for this moment in time. You know this is a very powerful moment in the history of humanity. You can change. You could change your everyday life. Be free, okay? Don't fall for systems. Don't fall for nothing. Don't fall for BS. Start living your everyday life today. You might have an idea, and everyone might doubt you. Sometimes in inopportune conditions, you need to perform at your finest. The will beats the skill. And on my journey, I could live to tell the tale. It's not easy. I know it's not easy. And I'm here to tell you, on my journey, I was scared different steps of the way. But all I could do is be the lighthouse. All I could do is be here in the light and say that it's worth it. Don't live a life on your knees. Don't live a life that's not for you. You weren't destined for that. We were destined for greatness. I've heard many stories. I lived through some of them myself. And if we analyze our lives, we're all going to deal with something. You have to understand Kancho versus Satori. And not everything is going to be a nice Satori moment where you have an epiphany. There's going to be something in your life, your Kensho. That's why I'm a warrior, son, and I focus on those things, and I move forward, and it's the driving force. And you might be getting this message. We're not all the same, but you're going to have a Kensho in your life. If you're strong enough, if you're brave enough to stand up against it, you could rebuild everything. You could actually create the life that you were destined to experience. We have now left a life of obligation. And now we live a life of creation. I'm the best there is at what I do. It's time to live a life of creation. I want to, and everyone write that in the comments. We left a life of obligation, and now we live a life of creation. It's time to be healthy again. It's time to be the powerful being that you truthfully are. It's time to embrace and actually experience true love. It's time to take back control of our everyday lives. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we have built the kingdom of heaven. You ain't going anywhere. We're building heaven on earth. Light warriors, blue angels, it's time to roll out. Your high commander is on the ground. It's time to embrace the true love that you have inside of you. It's time to embrace the warrior that you have inside of you. You're much better. You're much more powerful than you were led to believe. I could stand out here tonight. I remember when I started this and I was in Daytona Beach, Florida. A dream that no one would ever believe. And I planted the seeds. And now I stand today, defeated all obstacles, defeated everything. And I know that my future is now. I could see it. I could feel it. And all I could do is share that for all of you. You have to know it. You have to love it. The future is now. You got to write it in the comments. You got to believe it. You got to look at it every single day. You got to embed it in your subconscious mind, because those subconscious programs that you're running on, you got to delete them and rewrite them. Become the best there is. Take back your life. What are you taking back in your everyday life? Why don't you let us know in the comments? Oh, baby. I kept my word, kid. Never stop. Never give in. You got to just keep going. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to be strong physically, mentally, and spiritually, take the journey with us. These are our everyday lives. And we are taking over. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. It's time to shine.